Je l'attends.
Eh ben, regardez, je suis là. Magnifique.
We are off to Spain. We'll land at the Barcelona airport, and after clearing customs, rent a car and drive up the coast to Cadaqués, our home base for exploring Catalonia. We'll see the towns of Beguet and Besalú, but today we're in Rupit. We'll explore a town built on a rock, check in on some very curious creations, hike to an old stone church, and savor one of the best meals I've ever had in Europe. And we'll do it all while making some new friends. Getting to Rupit means taking some windy mountain roads. On top, there's a restaurant and a hotel, along with the Catalunya flag. The first thing you'll see when you get to Rupit is the parking lot. Push the button, take your ticket, and pass on in. Make sure you keep your ticket. You'll need it 2 more times to get out of the parking lot. It's a good idea to use the restrooms before you set out exploring. And no funciona means it doesn't work. Huh. Now that you've arrived, take a minute to gather yourself. Have a sandwich on the picnic table. Put on your hiking shoes. Get out your walking sticks. Stagger over this hanging bridge, but not more than 10 people on at once. And the next thing you know, you're in Rupit. Rupit is about 100 kilometers from Barcelona, or about the same from Cadaqués, our home base. It's best known for being a tourist town because of its medieval appearance. Normally, these squares would be bustling, with cafes and people eating, but we were there in March, and the weather had been cool. Not only that, Spain was on somewhat of a lockdown for the coronavirus, so we kind of had the place to ourselves. And did you say you wanted a large rock hanging over your house? Rupit has a population of just under 300 permanent residents. But on any given day, tourists could triple that number, especially in the summer. The town grew around a 10th century castle. The castle was built on a large rock. In fact, the name Rupit comes from the Latin word rupus, which means, what else? Rock. It's fun to think that this walkway in front of these homes could be 25 million years old. Geologically speaking, of course. Now, we wanted to hike to this castle ruin, but we also wanted to see Ermita de Santa Magdalena, and we couldn't do both, so we chose the church.
Perdone, señora.
Sí,
La iglesia que está aquí nomás, ¿cómo se puede llegar hasta allá? La camino por ahí.
sí, aquí en mano izquierda y encontrar a la iglesia.
Ah, bueno.
Sí, aquí mano izquierda, Aquí mismo está.
Gracias.
But before we could get on our way to the church, we found this little gem. Welcome to the ceramic studio of Cecilia Bustos. The name of her little shop is Silbando Bajito, which means the low whisper in English. You can find Cecilia's work on Etsy.com. Make sure you stop by when you're in town. Finally, we're on our way to the church. We walk down this pathway, across this bridge, passing over the Rupit River, then up the other side. And there she is. In Spanish, the word ermita is often used to describe a place of isolation, solitude, and reflection. Back in town, we head for Pla Mayor, also known as the Big Square. I can just imagine this place humming in the summertime. Restaurants, cafes. Hey garçon, un latte s'il vous plaît? Wait, that's French. Okay, make it a pizza. Speaking of food, we've been exploring a long time and we're hungry, and we find Restaurant Albert. And let me tell you folks, this was one of the best meals I've had in Europe. And Rita, our waitress, was a sweetheart. Here, she tells Sharon that she has a friend that looks just like her. Remember I said keep your parking ticket? You'll have to hold it up to this window. You get your amount, pay it, and use that same ticket to pass through the parking arm. Rupit is a non-stop, intriguing spectacle of a town. One that will take your breath away time and time again. Can't you just imagine it? Archery tournaments, jousting competitions, duels to win the fair maiden's heart. All of it in the square where you're having lunch. Oh, I miss it already. And also the great people we met. Let me know how you liked it.